Well, anyway, here's part 2 to the 2025 channel update. Although I'm filming this in January of 2026, so maybe a little overdue, but anyway, I guess we'll have to do a 2025/2026 part 2, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, the mess you're looking at right now is what is in the works of being my future, like, electronics workshop lab, I guess you would call it. Radio electronics experimentation space. I guess might be one way of putting it. But I've been using it for storage. It's an old 1980s, I believe it's an 84 travel trailer. And like I said, been using it for storage. Won't show off too much because it's kind of a mess. Isn't really presentable. Only showing you this because I show you, maybe you can see it before, and then hopefully in the future there'll be an after when it's all set up. But anyway, don't have power running to the trailer yet, and gotta still do some more leveling and blocking underneath of it. And I'm not 100% positive I've got it in the spot I want it, but I've got it moved in a spot where it'll be okay for the time being anyway. But at least it's a trailer, I can move it whenever. But anyway, so right now the plans are, and of course the plans could change at any moment. Have a little table here, workbench, probably put some of the test gear, set up test gear and stuff, and then maybe on this side have a little table with maybe a few, like, some radio set up, ham radio, CB radio, kind of like what I've already got in the house, though the house, still be my room in the house, be main shack, so kind of like a mini secondary shack with workshop space. So anyway, or it may end up becoming where I run out of room for test equipment and stuff, and then I end up expanding the whole thing to just test equipment. But I can still have, a couple of radios to listen to or whatever. So got anyway, like I said, it's a mess. Got the antennas in here and junk I got to sort out. And anyway, like I said, been using it for some storage for stuff, but here pretty soon I want to get working on it, and we'll actually have a dedicated work table for tearing electronics apart, radios, stereo equipment, VCRs, whatever. I've got a lot of radios I got to show off still. We've got a lot of radio projects. Those of you that follow, the channel, I don't know. I think I looked at my statistics the other day. My channel statistics or whatever. Pretty small percentage of subscribers actually watch my videos, so kind of whatever, it doesn't matter. So if I'm entertaining somebody, that's okay, I guess. So anyway, channel's kind of mix and match. I got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Got the cars, got the trucks, got the mowers, got the other random oddball stuff, and I've got the electronics, the radios, and all that. So chainsaws, whatever, so much stuff that I'm into. It's just me sharing my hobbies and hopefully some knowledge and entertainment with everyone else. So anyway, this part 2 video is supposed to be mostly about the electronics radio stuff. I'm going to keep it actually really short. This is basically what I was going to show you. Got a few new radios to show off that'll be coming up in future videos of little show and tell videos, like what I very first started with, or early on the channel with some of the CB radio collection I think I was talking about showing. Well, I think I got like maybe 3 or 4 radios out of the collection, made videos of them, and I've got quite a few more. Of course, I've got a whole bunch of them that don't work, but once I get the work table workbench set up in here. Maybe actually there'll be more of them that are working when I can actually tear them apart and learn a little bit more, and there'll be a few that are just going to be experimental, and then maybe I'll learn some more and can actually repair some of the decent ones I've got. That would be really nice if they worked. Anyway, we've got an old school President Grant here with a Redco Digiscan UFO Elite external tuner on it. I'm not going to go into more detail on that because there's going to be a video on that radio all of it in of itself, its own little video there. I got to find a knob for it, but it does, this radio actually is fully functional, other than I think I got to replace the S meter in it. But that's kind of cool. Been wanting one of those for a long time. Found out for a pretty good deal with a lot on, I think it was eBay. Ended up being fully functional. So anyway, the tuner replaces the dial there. Some of you may be familiar with that sort of thing. A lot of you probably never seen it before, but there'll be a whole video on that, so I'll save the rambling for that. We've got an old Yaesu 2-meter radio, another Yaesu, kind of broken Yaesu up there, and a Linko 440. I'll be doing videos on some of those eventually, especially these ones, because these are kind of cool. This one, actually, I gotta find a mic for this, so I don't know if this transmits or not. I think it does, but I haven't actually, got like over-the-air reports or whatever with it, but it receives excellent. That's a QRP type portable 2-meter all mode. Well, call it all mode, but it doesn't have AM on it, but it's FM single sideband. Runs off batteries. Got a slew of antenna projects, scanners, a bunch of broken junk, some stuff that works. Over there is a tore apart Kenwood TS520S. That one right there. That one's gonna be a project in the future. It had VFO problems, and it had been something had bashed into or had been dropped and bent part of the frame around the VFO bracketry. So I had to tear the whole thing apart on it. Got to bend the faceplate out on it. I tore it apart, but haven't done anything with it. So anyway, there's miscellaneous junk. Most of this stuff is not very valuable, but other than to me, but it's not really very interesting. There's a Drake Drake transmitter receiver over there, C-line, I think I'm saying that right, the R4A or C, I think it's the C version, or is it the A, I don't remember, but the receiver I know I've got a video of, but the transmitter and power supply I've purchased, and I brought it home and have never messed with it. And we've got some other miscellaneous antennas here. It's a 220 megahertz Yagi there. Brought that home, haven't messed with it. Pieces to a 6-meter, let's see, what is it? It was a 3-element 6-meter Yagi. And then there's another 220 Yagi there. And we got some discones, probably used for scanner antennas or something. That one I've actually used that before. And we've got some kind of a homemade J-pole there, and an HF vertical. That stuff came from an estate of a Silent Key ham that was a friend of mine, along with one of the discones over there. So anyway, yeah, so basically I'm going to keep this update part 2 here pretty short. A lot of new videos coming out, so I've got a whole bunch filmed, got to get editing them and getting them uploaded, and I've been putting off this one way too long, and I was going to show you some stuff in my shack in the house, but still setting some stuff up in there after rearranging it, and the whole desk is covered with a bunch of junk. It's a mess, and I've been trying to clean it off and just haven't been able to get it done. So Anyway, there'll be updates coming. Oh, I will mention before I end the video here, I do have another YouTube channel I did start. It's been quite a while back, but there's nothing uploaded on it at the time of this video I'm filming. Remington's Radio Wave Archives, something like that is what I think I called it. I will for sure put that information down in the description of this video. That channel will be dedicated to nothing but films, videos, and audio recordings of radio. So there'll be maybe in the future even some live streams. Don't know for sure about that. Not going to make any promises, but for sure VideoGate style videos. Although I'm not totally quitting that on this channel, but I do want to make a channel just to dedicate just for that sort of thing. There will be still occasional skip clip type videos and DX condition short videos on this channel, but I just wanted a separate channel to dedicate that to. Also, I have a ton of audio recordings that I've recorded over the past 15 or so years. We'll make it 10, well, probably coming up on just about 15 years, something like that approximately, of 2-meter ham radio, shortwave, CB radio, scanner, a whole bunch of ham 2-meter stuff, a bunch of nets and stuff. It's all a bunch of recordings. You know, I would like to put it on YouTube, not instantly, but over time, disperse throughout some time, get some of them up on there so somebody can listen to them, and maybe in the future somebody can go back and say, oh, well, I want to hear what 2-meter radio sounded like in the year 2014, you know. Right now there's maybe no one that cares about that, but maybe in maybe another 10 years somebody might, I don't know. So anyway, so Remington's Radio Wave Archives, I think that's what I'm calling it at this time anyway, will be down in the description. Also, probably some other non-related, possibly one or two other non-related channels I might be coming out with in the future too, for totally different subjects. But this Remington 160 is still the main channel, and I intend to keep it that way. So anyway, everybody have a good day. Thanks for watching, and like, subscribe if you'd like to do that sort of thing. If not, you know, have a good one. Thanks for watching the video, and I look for new videos to come.